Okay, it's time for this madness to begin. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start trying weird candies. And the first of which is the one that's absolutely been requested the most, from the poll, is this penguin here, penguin hexahil or hexavrol. But basically, it's that means witches howl. What that has to do with a penguin, I'm not entirely sure, but we're about to find out. Um, these are, by the way, this segment is brought to you by my friend Lynn, who lives in Norway and who sent me a whole bunch of Scandinavian candies. Not all of these are from Norway. In fact, a lot of them appear to be from Sweden. Some of them might be from Finland or Denmark, but they're all treats that tend to be, available in the various Nordic countries. So she sent me Scandi candy in general, and this is, I told her don't get anything fancy. Like, just get me something that I could get at a corner shop. If I was like, I want something sweet, or I want something salty, like I want some potato chips or something like that. Um, send me things that you could literally get at a gas station. I don't care. But that's the stuff I want to try. Stuff I haven't tried before. Um, so we're gonna start off with penguin hexahil, which are these little tubes. It's a little tube with sugary stuff, and I can instantly smell black licorice on this. Is that sugar on the outside or is it salt? I don't know, but I'm gonna bite it. So much sugar and licorice. I know. So yeah, right away, it's sugar. It's not salt on the outside. No, it is salt. There's just so much sugar on the inside that it cancels out the salt. So it's coated. It's coated in salt. It's salt, and then it's licorice. I don't know what's in the middle. I don't know what that is. Stark lakritz med salmiak. That's sharp licorice with salmiak. Salmiak is a type of licorice. That doesn't help me. Salt lakritz. Spooky. Hey, how you doing? We're trying Scandi candy. I would eat. I would eat several of these. I actually really like those. I have no idea what's in the middle. I'm not gonna say S tier, but that's A or B. Like this is not a low tier snack. This is our little friend the penguin. He delivers. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Lynn sent a whole bunch of Scandi candies, so we're trying them out. So that was penguin hexahil or hexabrol. The next most requested one was smash, and I can't imagine why people wanted to let me smash, but here we are, smashing things. They look like little cones. Yeah, it looks like a little. Is this a bugle covered in chocolate? I I think this is a bugle covered in chocolate. Like I think it's a corn chip covered in chocolate. It's 100%. It's just a bugle with chocolate on it. That's fantastic. Okay, so we get these over here. We don't get chocolate covered. Maybe we do. I don't know. But I grew up with these little corn chip spirals called bugles because it's like the little horn. I used to bite the end off, and I go because I thought it was hilarious. I was like 3. You can also you take the little cone and you put it on the end of your fingers, And then you got monster fingers. And you go, and eat them one by one. This is literally just, they're just chocolate covered. Yeah, witch fingers. Yeah. They're literally just chocolate covered bugles. I'm amazed I've never tried such a thing here in the States. Those are, it's not American grade chocolate. It's a step above American grade chocolate, but it's Norwegian gas station chocolate. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, this ain't fancy. Over corn chips, Fritos, if you will. Not high class cuisine. I cannot, in good conscience, put this in the A or B tier. I'm gonna go with, I don't know. I would go with, it's a C tier, except that it has that childhood nostalgia factor. So it's like a C plus, like a, I'm putting it in B tier. I hate myself, but I'm putting that in B tier because it actually made me happy. That it's fucking chocolate covered bugle. Oops, another one fell out. Oh well. Chocolate covered bugles. I'm so jazzed about that. Now, these are by Freya Chocolate, and I've been to Norway, and in Oslo there is a huge Freya sign up on one of the buildings, and they're like one of the main sweet manufacturers. And I've seen Quick Lunch, which just means quick lunch. I've seen these in stores. I'm trying to remember if I've actually had one before. Running my hand over it, I can tell that there are 3 bars. 3 extra large, no, 4 extra large Kit Kats, basically, is what this is giving. And I'm wondering if it's just literally going to be a giant Kit Kat. But I'm going to open it up and we'll find out. Again, I'm not trying all of the things that Lynn sent today, so don't worry, there will be fun for another day at least. But I am going to try like several of these. Just, it looks like a giant Kit Kat. It looks like a very large, like a double barrel Kit Kat. Except it's got pictures of birds on it. Yeah, there's pictures. I don't know if you can see them, but there's hieroglyphics of birds. It's like a crane or something, just going up and down those. That's fun. Snap one off of there and give it a go. It's literally, it's a Kit Kat, isn't it? Yes. I don't need pictures of birds. I need pictures of Spider-Man. Thank you, Indigo. This is a Kit Kat, but it's not gross. There is substantially more density to the Quick Lunch. There is much more chocolate and much less crisp. So it has a much like denser tooth to it. It's, you gotta snap that thing because that is a lot of chocolate. I'm just gonna go with the one, and I'm gonna pack these up and put them in the fridge or the freezer or something like that, so that I can keep them and eat them over time. That's actually really good compared to a Kit Kat. I don't know if it's great in general. Quick Lunch, it's getting a C from me. Not because it's not as good as it's. I would absolutely say Quick Lunch is better than Smash, but it doesn't have the childhood nostalgia factor that made Smash work for me. So it gets bumped down to C, because they can't all be winners. You know what I'm saying? We might revisit this chart. I don't know my rating method here. A lot of chocolate. Gonna go with something different here. This is Vepsibul. Vepsibul says underneath, drops med surt pulver. Drops with sour pulver. I think it's like powder. Crushed sour powder, maybe? We'll just go to translate. Check it out. Ready? See if I know my brains. Pulver. Powder! Alright, cool. So now we know. And knowing is half the battle. So these are drops with sour powder. They're very pink. I'm sorry about the light situation here, but they're quite pink. The smell is almost non-existent. I don't know whether this is a hard thing or a thing you bite. Feels like a gumball. There's some give. I still got chocolate in my teeth. Hang on. I'm gonna give this thing a fair shake. No, it's not a gumball. You don't bite it. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. That's not a taste that I like. That's, what does it even taste like? Baked strawberry? Also, if you bite it, there's a huge cluster of sour stuff in the center that all burst out into my mouth all at once. So don't bite them. Yeah, that's sour strawberry? I don't want that. That's not good. That's a D. That's a D or an F. Vebspo. I don't know who that was for. I don't know why they made that. I don't like no. I don't like that at all. That's a no from me. Next up we've got Sigmund, which I think Sigmund these just remind me of, or Segmund. They just look like Sour Patch Kids to me. And since what I just had was sour, it seems like that's the sensible. We'll go over to this. I'm gonna pick a yellow one. They're much bigger and more bendy than Sour Patch Kids. Sour Patch Kids don't do that. So that's fun. Oh, I don't like the way that smells. I'm gonna put it in my mouth. Oh. That's not what I was expecting at all. No, they're not sour. That dust is, I think, sugar, but it's like chill. This is very mellow. This is not. You'd think they'd be being coated in sugar. You'd think that they'd be like very, very sweet. No, they're actually pretty mild in a way that I find very pleasant. Yeah, they're not, it's not very flavorful at all. It's just a little lemony, a little sweet, but mild. And there's a pectin gel quality that tastes like actual fruit. So these are These are pretty solid, actually. I was not expecting Segmen to be my cup of tea. I thought it was going to be like trolley gummy worms, like the sour gummy worms. I thought it was going to be fucking gross. And no, actually, these are solid. I would recommend these over most gummy candies. I'm not really a gummy guy, but these are these are B tier. I'd 10 out of 10. Would eat again. Would yeah, absolutely would have one of those again. I'm gonna try Polsk egg. Polsk egg. Polsk is it's just Easter, and they come in a little carton, like a little egg carton, and that's fun. And you gotta get them out of there, and then they're all wrapped up, and they look conspicuously like Cadbury eggs, but they're not made by Cadbury. It looks like off-brand Cadbury egg. The package, like the wrapper, even looks, frankly, a little cheap, which is funny because I think that actually looks quite classy. That's a nice little logo, cute little egg guy there. And if you look close enough, it looks like it's knitted onto a sweater. There's a texture there. So it's not just yellow. It's like a nice yellow sweater. Something you might wear at Easter. So the little wrapper here is a little, I don't know, looks a little dime store to me, but that's okay. What are you going to do? Now the eggs are phenomenal. Look at that. There's actually like there's a shape cut into it. That's some detail work right there. I can respect the effort. That's a fun little egg. Nice waxy, shiny, chocolatey kind of sheen to it. Smells good. Smells yummy. It looks like it's just full of butter. Well, it looks like it's... Guys, I don't think it's Cadbury. I think it's just butter. Oops. I dropped some. Shit. Now it's everywhere. Oh, God. Yeah, that's just buttery, creamy. Cadbury eggs can be a bit much for some people. A lot of people tell me they think they're gross. They were one of my favorites growing up. But these are super inoffensive. They're light. It just tastes like it's full of whipped cream. That's delicious. This is delightful. Post egg is S tier. This is S tier chocolate. I'm thrilled. I'm gonna eat this whole egg. We'll keep these. Don't worry. But I'm gonna eat this one. It's so light. So light and so refreshing. You know when you go to like a diner, you get the little butter, but it's kind of whipped. Sprinkle a little sugar in there. That's what that filling tastes like. It's just whipped butter with sweetened. That's so fucking good. I really like those post eggs, man. Those are dope. That's a winner. Well, I'm sorry you said you're excited to try these, babe, but I don't think you're going to be trying this one because he little. It's just called the Fox Citron. And I think it's just like a chewy. Oh, hey. Good news, baby. There's two. It's like a Starburst. It's wrapped up in paper like a Starburst. It's just a lemon citron. That's lemon. A lemon Starburst. There's more chew to it than a Starburst. But the flavor's pretty much the same. It's a lemon Starburst. And that's fine. That takes me back. My ma used to carry Starburst in case her blood sugar got low. My mom has the opposite of diabetes. She has hypoglycemia. So her body just chews through sugar aggressively. So she'll get a low and she'll start to get shaky. She'll be like, oh shit. Whip out a Starburst. Problem solved. When we were in South Korea, after eating the bundegi, which is literally silkworm larva, they serve it to you in a styrofoam cup with a toothpick, and there's silkworm larva, and you can see their horrible little bug faces, and they've been like simmered in a pan on the street, and they're vile and they're awful. They're like wood-eating creatures, so they taste like wood pulp when you chew it. Ugh, so gross. And then chitin texturally horrible, right? So I've just, you go to another country and you're gonna try all the foods. Like my brother and I were just like, yeah, everything on the street. We're gonna grab whatever we can. So we saw bundegi and we're like, yeah, we're gonna go for it. I watched my brother eat them, then I watched my dad eat them, and then I was like, all right, now I have to. And so I'm chewing it, and there's this moment where in the video where my brother's like, don't try to be a tough guy. Don't pretend that it isn't horrible, because it's horrible. And I go, no, I'm not trying to be tough. I don't know if my body will let me swallow this. And you can hear him burst out laughing because I couldn't. He's like, you got to move it to the back of your tongue and then just, and I did. But they were so offensive in flavor, like so unpleasant, that I wanted that taste out of my mouth immediately. Mom comes through in the clutch. Boom, Starburst. And I was just like, get me like, and I think it was a lemon one. That saved the day. So that citron brings back both a horrifically unpleasant and a very pleasant memory. Thanks, Ma. I love you. And the last one that I pulled out here is Polskahara. It is Easter Bunny. Easter Bunny. And I suspect this is going to be like a marshmallow peep based on squeezing. No? Nope. Nope. What? No. What? What? It is a whole ass rabbit. A whole ass rabbit. You know that scene at the beginning of the Michael Keaton Batman movie where Jack Nicholas falls into the chemical dump? That's what it's the Joker's origin story, and is this rabbit. His face is not looking. He's not looking great, but that's okay. It's not his fault. This was done to him, but I am gonna try eating him. He smells fruity. Why does he smell fruity? It should. Oh, I don't know. That's a bite. Oh, no. Oh, no. 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 Nope. No. That just tastes like chemicals. That doesn't even taste like candy. See, this is the kind of crap I expect in America. I don't expect this from you, Norway, where it's okay for Indigo to eat all of your bread because there's not something. I know it's coming from an American. That was a no. It's Polskahara, absolute straight up hard no. That's F tier. That is the absolute bottom. That's the worst thing that I've tried. We can't end on a bad note though, because we experienced such dazzling highs and then such low lows. I need a palate cleanser. I can't do that. I can't end like that. So what I'm gonna do is this is the one that I was most interested in. They're called Bonbon Cloak Slam, and if you look carefully, you can see a dead retching rat is is their logo. And that sounds like a good time to me. I really want to try these. They're hard candies. Syrlige Bolscher med salmiak filled. Okay. Something balls with salmiak filling. Okay. And I like salmiak, so that's fine. But these are called Cloak Slam. Cloak Slam. And they have a dead rat as their logo. So let's give that a go. It's like a little gem, and there's different colors. There's hang on. I'm gonna try to. Well, that's another one of that color. There we go. There's also a yellow. So I wonder if they're like different fruits, different fruit flavors, several different kinds. It looks like it's just the black and the yellow though. In this bag, that's all I see. Oh no, there's one that's kind of an orangey. So maybe it's just different fruit flavors with salmiak flavor, but I'm gonna try the black gem here. Oh, that's fascinating. And not in a good way. I don't know what fruit this is. I really don't know what fruit it is. It reminds me of like a blue raspberry lollipop. But then because there's the salmiak in there, it just completely changes the character of it. Oh! The salmiak melts and then gets dispersed, so it's so if you suck on the candy, you suck out the salmiak, and it's just like all at once. Oh, that's intense. That's like a Turkish pepper, like the Turkish pepper that you get. That's just a salmiak thing, but then there's some sort of hot stuff in the center. It has that same flavor of salmiak mixed in with an absolutely inscrutable fruit. I have no idea what fruit this was ever supposed to be. But now all I've got is salmiak. Hold on, hang on. I gotta find out. Are they different flavors or are they just different colors? I gotta find out. Yeah. Okay. Cloak Slam. Yeah, this one's lemon. This one's absolutely lemon. Now let's get to the salmiak here. The salmiak is smaller in this one. I don't know how consistent they are. There it is, just a little bit. Yep, and then again, As you suck on it, the salmiak gets loosened up, comes out. That's hilarious. Why is why is there a logo of dead rat? Why, guys? Why did you go with this as your company, as your logo? It's on the back too. They're like, there he is, the dead rat. Everybody loves the dead rat retching to death. Why? Is there like a further? Oh! Oh! If you bite it in the middle, it's supposed to be a surprise at the end. It's sour. That's like a triple threat of a flavor. You go from fruit flavor with salmiak to sour. I'm beginning to understand the dead rat logo. That is all making sense now. That's it's coming together for me. And when you try a candy and your reaction is, ah! That might be. I don't know whether this is S tier or F tier. I honestly don't know, because it is enjoyable. Is it candy or a challenge? Yeah, I don't know. It's enjoyable. Like, I'm enjoying just nice little lozenge. That sour burst might be a bit much. That might be more than what I'm looking for in a candy experience. But I mean, this is nice. The rest of it's good. So it's like it goes from being S tier to F tier and then back to S tier again. So it's this is a this Clock Slum is it's a complete wild card of a candy. That is the weirdest thing. So yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it for now. Be S tier for me. I love sour things. No, but it's sour black licorice. It's a fruity candy with black licorice that then releases a burst of sour black licorice. I've never had sour black licorice before. It's baffling. It's a baffling choice. But a fun one. Took me on a fun little journey. I will ride with that rat any day. That's a good time right there. So, yeah, no, it was enjoyable. It's very interesting. That's the most complicated one that I tried out of all of the other. A lot of them were just very straightforward, like, this is what this tastes like the whole way through. Here is a chocolate bar. Here is a horrible sour strawberry candy. It's not very sour, and the strawberry doesn't taste good at all. But there you go. Here's some corn chips coated in chocolate. Like, just very straightforward. Like, as soon as you put it in your mouth, that's the flavor you get. But this one takes you on a multi-step journey. You ride in an airplane, and then you land, and you take a taxi, and then you get on a ferry. It's Norway in a bag. That's and with a dead rat on the front. I'm thrilled. That's a good way to close it out. Thank you for joining Operation Scandi Candy. Lynn, thank you for your donations. There are still many items in this sack of goodies. So we will revisit this on another day. We'll try the rest of them and see how they are. I am going to take a quick break before I resume gaming because I want to get these like properly bagged because I don't want them to go bad, and I do actually want to. A bunch of these are things that I would like to actually eat more of, but I don't want to eat all of them today. So I'll be back in a few. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in a minute.